Hi, and thank you for joining us. Today we have Mary Johnson. She's co-founder and president of Parent U-Turn for parent leadership or for leadership and parent education. Hi, Mary. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good, thank you. Mary, can you tell us a little bit about what community wellness and education justice means in your context?
What it means in my contact is making difference for families and for agencies in my community that serve parents and students in my community. So what I really means to me is that we make a difference in lives every day. It's not just once a month, whatever, but whatever a parent needs, the equity, we need that every day for them. From education, for wellness, for health, mental health, different things like that. We are there, parent training is there for them.
All right, thank you. Um, could you tell us a little bit about what you do in your organization?
Well, right now we're working with an organization called Urban Parents Education Teacher Education Corporation. Right now we're working with Urban Parents Teacher Education Collaboration in Los Angeles. We're working with pre-service teachers, and we're working to equip them with skills and strategies to work with the parents of the kids in the urban community. That's what we're doing right now. But we also, with the Urban Parent Collaborative, we're training parents on parenting skills, but also providing teachers skills to outreach to parents in the community of the kids. So that's what we're doing right now.
Wonderful. And out of that work, do you see one potential next practice that would help promote community wellness and education justice?
Well, I'm looking at going a little bit farther. I'm
Mhm.
looking at if we have standards for our kids across America called the Common Core. Why shouldn't the federal mandate standard for teacher practice? Because it's not fair that from one state to another state, the requirement is different. So to ensure that all kids in every neighborhood, no matter what the zip code is or the color of their skin, that they will get the same standard qualified teacher, then we need to move forward. Just like, I'm hoping that the best practice, I think, is what I am doing now in Los Angeles, is that we're giving parents into the teacher ed program. We're not talking about where teachers only read one chapter for parents, that they get to see parents for a whole year. And that what's so unique about UpTech is that the teachers select themselves to be in the program. And so we teach them what the expectation from what parents want from them when they come in our community. Because most of the teachers that we work with in higher ed do not come from our community, what we call the inner city schools or the urban schools, whatever word they want to use. So we, as UpTech, we go and bring the parents in once a week, and they educate the teachers on how to survive in urban schools, first of all. And then we also how to build relationship and expectation what parents want. Because most of the time we have to get rid of that misconception, that deficit model for who we are, of people of color. So my thing is that we had great success in bringing parents in. And the parents are the ones that go back to their district and get our teachers hired. Right now we have 90, I'm working on my 10th cohort. 93% of my teachers is hired in urban community and very successful. And the strategies that they are doing, they're going to the parent center. They're meeting with the parents. But what I like is that they learn who parents are. And this is what they're doing. They're actually bringing the parents in their classroom to teach their students when they're doing community projects. Parents are now the experts and bringing them in there. So we talk those strategies, how to embrace our community, how to value what the parents bring, because they get to know the parents before they go out into the community. So that is a that is a plus. So I am definitely so proud that in LA we learn how to get it right. Get it right means that before any teacher gets on the campus in my community or surrounding community, they actually have to do community projects. They have to shadow parents and stay overnight because the deficit model is that parents don't care, and that's not true. And they find out very hard and very fast that parents don't come because there are challenges in the home that don't allow them to come. And until we make it whole, that every stakeholder matters, but also, what I like about Uptech that we teach those first year teachers how not to get burned out in the first 5 years, how to use the resource in the community. We learn, for example, what we do is that we take our pre-service teacher on a tour of the community. We teach them how to read graffiti. Because the first thing they're going to be in gang areas. And when they're in the gang areas, they're going to see graffiti. If they don't know what that means, they're going to be really become afraid. So what we're trying to do is teach them how to read it, and then they know what's going on in the community. Not just what someone said, oh, that's graffiti, this is a bad neighborhood, but we actually get a band and we tour and we teach them that. And they know how to read graffiti. They know when not to go in the neighborhood, at what time they should not be, that most gang members comes out after 6 p.m. and they can go, in the community and visit the homes. But it's so many things that we teach them that regular teacher program don't teach them. We teach them to survive. We say to you, if you become part of the community will become part of you. And that means that this wellness that we were talking about earlier, that everyone watch out for each other. You are now part of this community. And to my surprise, that most of the teachers that in my program, when they first start off, they want to go to private school or in suburban school. As I said, we have 93% in urban city, and they're very successful because they are using parents as a resource. Not just a parent that comes to open house or back to school. They learn from these parents. And they learn before they got out into our community the expectation of the parent, that all parents want their kids to be able to be successful. But the thing is that the amazing part is that my co-partner is Dr. Anthony Coladas. So he usually brings the reality of the scholar. So, and I bring in the reality of the parent. So sometimes we're like a husband and a wife team. We argue and bicker because we see different. But at the end of the day, who benefit is our children. And when I say the children, because I think of the young people as my kids. So, what I like about it, we are on 10 cohort. Every year, 3 times a year, all the cohort meets together as a family, the village. And we eat, we celebrate each other, we give resources to each other. And when I send my teacher out to the campus, they are usually with other alumni of Uptech. And so we pair them. So they are paired with a master teacher that already know the expectation of our program. And I believe that, moving forward, I would like to see more of that. I like to see that the Uptech will be a best practice at the state or federal level, but also I've written 7 standards for new teachers, and I think that should be a stepping stone for moving forward, because right now we have nothing written for pre-service teachers, and it's one program to another program. But I know many programs is trying to duplicate what we already have since 2005 and have been very successful at that. And it's amazing when you have principals running you down and saying, hey, you got any more teachers like that? So I'm amazed because it's not just me, but it's other parents who made the teachers, who are part of the teachers. It's not about a chapter in a book. It's about real contact, experience of talking to you and dialoguing and laughing and eating together. But also what I do unique, I don't have my meetings at Pepperdine I have my meeting down in my neighborhood. I got a local school, I got a local restaurant, or the church. Because my teachers must get familiar with the community. And they need to know where the parents hang out, what the parents like to do. So I definitely am on the, I love teacher ed program. I love going to work with Pepperdine. I love to see my teacher come and say, hey, Mary, you know, I like it. You know, I met my parents out the gate and they had an earring and tattoo and I wasn't afraid. And I invited them in and all my stereotypes I had of a parent, it's not there no more. And it was so amazing because one of my students parents did not want them to actually work in our community because they thought that it was a bad area that we had. And so I told her, go home, invite your mom and your dad to come down to back to school night. They came and they looked around and they said, well, this neighborhood not too much different than our own neighborhood. And so when they went back home and they allowed her to stay in our program. And she is one of our best teachers right now. But it's so funny because they thought that our neighborhood was bad because they read on the media. But when people come and meet the people and see the parents and hear them talk about, you know, the love they have for the kids, I definitely, I definitely want to say, you know what, how can I get more parents to let their kids come into teacher ed to be a part of our program? Because the change will come when the teachers that come in our community values, they know the community they're going to serve.
Thank you so much, Mary. Do you have any last thoughts that you'd like to share before we go?
I just want to say, you know, I think the greatest thing that Washington University have is your group. I'm looking forward to do great things with you guys. I'm meeting so many different people to network with through your organization. And I know that Teacher Ed one day with President Barack Obama and all of them talk about Teacher Ed, that we'll get it right for the kids.
All right. Thank you so much, Mary. Take care.
Thank you.